Hello, my crafty crew. Aunt Vicky here. I'm here in my role as an aunt today. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to sit here and talk to you in my role as an aunt to a precious nephew. As some of you may have seen, I posted a YouTube short yesterday about my nephew Caleb. He's 17 years old. This is Caleb. Caleb is my sister Kim. He is her youngest son. She has Austin, Cameron, Joshua, and Caleb. Austin is 20, almost 26, and then it goes down to Caleb, who is 17. He'll be 18 in February. Caleb went and had some blood work done I don't know if it was this week or if he just got the results this week. And the blood work come back concerning, and they wanted to repeat it. So they repeated it yesterday, and the results came back the same. Very concerning. It's not, I don't think it's cancer, but it is a chronic condition. His body has too much iron in his system, and as such, it can attack and destroy his organs and destroy them. So, as you can guess, Caleb is scared, as well as his parents. This is my sister Kim and her husband Joe, along with Caleb. And I'll insert here a picture of the whole family. He's, like I said, he's pretty scared. He told my sister, he said, "Mom, I'm sorry for all the bad things I have done in the past." You know, he's a kid. He's still a kid. He's a young man, but he's still a kid. And it's kind of hard sometimes for someone that young to understand why things happen the way they do. And it's a lot to put on the shoulders of a young person. So this video, I'm coming to you as his aunt, as a sister to my sister Kim, a sister-in-law to Joe, and an aunt to my other nephews. I have a following, subscribers, almost 5,000 subscribers, and I'm coming on here to ask, as his aunt and as her sister and a family member, for those of you that believe in the power of prayer, please keep them in your prayer, that God will guide them and direct them, give them strength, give them the courage, whatever it is that they may need, that they can get through this. It can be very serious. The treatment for this is he will have to go. I don't know if it's every week, every month. I'm not sure how often he'll have to go. But he will have to go, and they will have to take a pint of blood from him to try to extract some of the iron from his system so it won't be destroying his organs. He will be, I think they're going to try to get him into our local children's hospital, which is in Knoxville. And they're a great facility. Believe me, I know. I had dealt with them for 17 years, and they're a great facility. But I'm asking you to also remember Kim and Joe. That's my sister and my brother-in-law. As a caregiver of a chronically ill child, Caitlin, I know what it's like to be a caregiver. I know that it can be stressful. I know that it can be overwhelming. And I know there's many times that you just have to hit your knees and seek out God. And I ask that you please say a prayer for them so that they can have the strength to face things that they're going to have to face. Caleb is going to be a senior next year. His brother Joshua is graduating this year. Cameron, he is a tree trimmer, and Austin works in North Dakota in the oil fields. Each one of them are going to have to be tested as well because this is a genetic condition. It is both parents just like with Caitlin with her CF, both parents have to be carriers. I think that's what she told me, and I know Kim has mentioned to me last night that she has guilt because she didn't pursue this or didn't get angels quicker, but I'm here to tell her, Kim, there's no way you could have. We as parents do the best we can. You have done a great, great job by raising those boys and taking care of those boys. My sister Kim happens to be an RN. She's a nurse. She's great at her job. She's also married to Joe, who is a minister. He is a Baptist minister. As you know, my dad is a Baptist member too, a Baptist minister as well. So we grew up in a Christian home and knew the power of prayer. We knew what prayer could do. I've seen it firsthand what prayer could do. I've watched my mom, who we thought we was going to lose to COVID, when it first came around. She was deathly, deathly sick. She had to be sent far away and to be by herself. And my dad was beside himself. My dad had COVID as well, but he didn't have it. He was not symptomatic, but Mom was. We thought we was going to lose her, but we prayed. There was prayers said for her through the grace of God and through great doctors and teamwork. We have my mom here today, and I'm sure and I'm positive that can happen with Caleb, because I know prayer works. I witnessed it with my daughter, Caitlin. I've seen her come through situations I didn't think she was going to come out of, but she did, and she came through it with the grace of God. God's grace and mercy are sufficient, and they are miraculous. I know this is a different video. This is a hard video to make. Believe me, it's a hard video. But Caleb is such a sweet young man. So precious, as is all Kim's boys. And my heart hurts for them, as it does Caleb. I know this is a big load on his young shoulders. They're not little shoulders. He's almost 6'3" at 17 years old. He's a gorgeous, gorgeous young man. I tell him all the time that Caleb, you need to be a model for an outdoorsman. You are that ruggedly handsome. He is gorgeous to me. He is gorgeous. And he is so sweet. Always has kind words. He loves kids. He took a girl to church on Sunday. And my nephew, we call him our nephew, Malcolm. We call Malcolm our nephew. He is my sister's boyfriend's grandson, but he's been around since he was born, so we call him our nephew. Kim's boys is always playing with Malcolm. Malcolm is 4. I've talked about Malcolm before, and he loves those boys. So Caleb took a girl to church on Sunday, and Malcolm was mad. He said he was mad at Caleb because Caleb had a new girl at church, and he couldn't sit with him. He wanted to sit with Caleb, but Caleb had a girl with him. So that's how special Caleb is, and all Kim's boys, all of them, everybody loves them. They all love kids. They're good with kids. Austin happens to be their oldest grandson. There is Nikki was first. Nikki passed away 3 years ago. There was Nikki. There was Brooke. There was Emily, Caitlin, Austin, Dalton, Cameron, Joshua, and Caleb. And then there's Bailey and Maddie and Jackson that my sister Dolores adopted, who happened to be Nikki's kids. But she adopted them, so they're grandkids as well. And then there's the great-grandkids who, there's Tyler, Ryder, Braden, Colin, Riley, Hattie, and McKinley. That's our family members. So we're a pretty big family. When we're all together, there's probably over 30 people in Mom's home. And, we love each other. We're very, very, very close family. When one of us is sick, we're all right there. We're there to help. We're there to support and to encourage and to do whatever it is that we need to do. This, like I said, this is a hard video. I ask you guys to please pray fervently and pray. If you believe in the power of prayer at all, like I said, I have almost 5,000 subscribers, and if just a fraction of you all will just reach out to God with Him on your lips in prayer and His family. He'll have to. I don't know when he'll see his doctors. The next steps, that's what they're waiting on now, is appointments to get him in to see what needs to be done and what course to take. I wish I could take this off of him. I wish I could take it on myself. I wish I could take the weight of the world that's on his shoulders off right now, of all of their shoulders, and place it on myself, so that they could do what needs to be done and do it freely without, being burdened and that being overwhelmed. They are very, very, very sweet people. And, I say he doesn't deserve this, but in reality, no one deserves anything like this. Sometimes nature comes in and, this is what happens. Apparently this is something Caleb was born with, and they just didn't catch it till now. I've been reading up on this, and it says sometimes you're not diagnosed until you're in your 50s. We hadn't been noticing for a while that Caleb had been very, very tired and was sleeping a lot. He would go to church and then come into my mom's, and he would take a nap, and he would sleep most of the time. There's a couple of issues on his blood work that came back. And it's not just the iron, it's a couple of other things. And one of the most common things that this can do is it can attack your pancreas, and therefore you can get diabetes with this. It affects your liver. That's one of the main things that it affects, is your liver. As I said, this is a genetic condition, and we don't know anyone else in our family that has been diagnosed with this. So this is all new to us. I had never even heard of this before until Kim mentioned it. And I forget what the name of it is. I don't want to even try to attempt it because I don't want to mispronounce it. Sorry for getting so emotional, but my family is my world. This is, next to being a parent, one of my favorite roles in this world is to be an aunt to my precious nieces and nephews. They mean the world to me. I was there from, I've been there with them since they were born. I see Kim's boys, not as much as I would like to, but I see them 2 or 3 times a month. They live in a different town than I do, and they live in the same town my parents do. And I don't get over there like I should. But I talk to my sisters every day. We have a group chat on Facebook that we talk on every day and keep each other updated on everything. So Kim messaged us yesterday. She had told us last week. I think it was last week. I think it was last Friday, not this past Friday. But wait, no, it was Thursday. She told me Thursday we all went out for breakfast together. Well, brunch is what it was. And she was telling me that Caleb had gone for a physical, and that they determined that he needs glasses, and he was upset. He didn't want glasses. So apparently they had done some blood work, and this is where this showed up. And we prayed and we prayed and we prayed that it would be a false positive, and he would come back negative. But like I said, it came back as bad as it was the first time. And I asked her, I said, well, is this a definitive diagnosis? And she said, yes, this is the diagnosis. And if you'll hold on just a minute, I'm going to see if I can find out what this is called. I have my other phone here that's I don't have service on, but I can use it to look up things. And it is called hemochromatosis, otherwise known as iron overload. It says excess iron can poison organs. Excess iron can poison organs, which can lead to conditions such as cancer. And like I said, his pancreas, his liver, there's just different organs that it can cause damage to. And it is the treatment is to remove some of your blood, to remove some of the iron from it, so it won't get a toxic levels and start attacking your organs. So that's what my family has been dealing with for the past day, and I just wanted to reach out to you guys and ask you, as an aunt, as a mother of someone who has gone through a chronic illness with my daughter, and who can empathize and sympathize with my sister, I come to you to say, please, if you believe in the power of prayer, please keep them in your prayers. And ask that God give them exactly what they stand in need of. And that we, as his family and her family, can be who we need to be for them. That we can stand in the gap in whatever situation, in whatever role that we may need to do. So if each and every one of you would share this video with other people, and please ask that they say a prayer for him as well, it would be so greatly appreciated. Like I said, I'm sorry I come on here and cry, but I love my family. I love my family dearly. I just want the best for them all. I've lost a niece. I'm not asking for sympathy. That's not what I'm asking for. But I've lost a niece at way too young of an age. I've almost lost my daughter. I almost lost my mother. And I think that Caleb's going to be a fighter. I think he's going to come out on top of this. I know he'll have this to deal with. But I hope and pray that he can manage this, and that he has the strength to do what he needs to do. So as an aunt, I ask you, please, to say a prayer. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to this. I appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. I've tried to share parts of my life with you all, and This is a part I didn't want to have to share. But I felt I needed to because I feel they need the prayers. So if you guys would just please, please lift him up in prayer. Please share this video to reach out to other people so that they may lift him up as well. And until next time, my crafty crew, I so appreciate you. Bye.